Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Party people, what's going on? What's going on? I hope y'all are having a good day. You know me, I'm hanging. All right, I'm hanging. Throw on my little background. So here's the thing, right? It's all kind of stuff hit the news yesterday, and I had a couple good conversations, and I want to clear the air on some things. Number one, I want to talk about Palestine and Israel. All right. Now, why I don't like Israel's government and Hamas, I feel like it's self-explanatory. But even with that, right? We live in a world today that a society is just what it is. You know, we have civilizations that rise, civilizations that fall, nations get conquered. Some nations, don't get conquered, or either way it goes, you assimilate to whatever happens. Now, do I think that, the lives being taken over there in that war is a good thing? No. All right. Not at all. I love the Palestinian people the same way I love the Israeli people. All right. All loss of life sucks. It sucks. But you can't ignore what happened on October 7th. And I know people want to cry right now and say, well, yeah, but it's overboard of what's going on over there. And you know what? I feel you. I agree. If it was up to me, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't be going on right now because it does suck. But you got to remember how all this stuff kicked off with this war that's going on right now. All right. So if you need a reminder, let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to play this clip real quick. This is on October 7th, and this is in the West Bank. They're clapping. Y'all see that? So they're clapping in the streets because people was kidnapped, their lives was taken, and messed up things happened to them women. All right. The things that they were doing to them people on October 7th, there's no excuse for it. I don't care if you're under occupation. Some things are just sick and evil. Right. And what happened with what the Palestinians did to them as innocent Israelis, that's disgusting. And they're cheering in the streets. So you cheering in the streets. You happy right now. There's another video that I'm not going to show because we're on YouTube as well. But they got this woman, she got on her hijab and she's holding the gun up that took the lives of some of them Israelis that day, holding it up proud. And they're all cheering, women, kids, everybody. Now, this is why in the Bible it says, do not laugh at the calamity of your enemy, because you never know when that same calamity is going to fall on you. And in this kind of situation, when we see what happened over there, Well, now you see it's one of them situations where it's smile now, cry later. Because now you see all these horrible videos. There's horrible videos on the internet right now of, the Palestinians trying to pick people up out of rubble. Some of them are kids, some of them are women. And there's no cheering going on. There is no cheering going on. So while, yeah, I disagree with the war, and I hate what's going on over there. I'm sad for the kids that's getting their lives taken. And if it was up to me, it would stop, right? But you can't ignore this. When you have a society that is literally raised up, they're raised in Gaza to hate these people that live in Israel, to think of them as, Satan. You know what I'm saying? Now, they would be right in saying that their government, definitely Israel's government, I can get with that. If you teach them that the Israeli government is bad, then okay, I can understand that. But when you're teaching them to hate the people just because of their race, that's where I got a problem. And now you're seeing the consequences of your actions, And yeah, I mean, that's my stance on it. That's how I feel about it. Do I condone Israel and as far as their government? Hell no. But do I condone the people protecting themselves? Yes, 100%. 100%. In the same way, I condone the Palestinians, the people, the regular people, to protect themselves. I'm for the people, period, all across the board. But those two governments, it's them that people should be pointing the finger at. It's not like them people over there that you see cheering right now, if they're still alive. If I was you, I'd be angry at your government. I'd be angry at your government. You know what I'm saying? The Israelis over there right now, if I was you, I'd be angry at your government. That's who I'd be upset at. I wouldn't be pointing the finger at each other, because you notice that they're the ones that's losing their lives, the innocent people, the civilians. So for me, it ain't no I stand with Palestine or I stand with Israel. It ain't neither one of those. I stand for the people, and being a person in today's world, you got to understand how civilizations work, how nations work. And if you are not a strong enough nation to defend yourself from the oppression of another nation, even though it's not right, I'm not saying it's right, but you need to learn how to assimilate. Simple as that. They allow you to live in that land still when, technically they could have wiped you out. So assimilate. Stop teaching hate. Stop. You got to get with the times. You got to get with the times, man, or you'll be forced to, either lose your life or have the kind of life that you have right now. And again, I'm not saying it's right. It's not about right or wrong. It's just about reality. This is reality. All right. We don't live in our ideas. Our ideas are just that. They're just ideas. They're in your head. But the reality of the situation is you cannot fight against that government. You cannot stand against the Israeli government. You cannot stand against the Israeli military. You don't have the capability to do so. So, October 7th, you just brought your own destruction on you, man. And yeah, hey, I know you'll probably get some pushback for that, but it's the truth. And believe me, like I said, I'm no fan of Israel's government. I do not like the Israeli government at all. Not at all, not even a little bit. But I love the people. I love the people, the good people, the regular people. Just like I love the good Palestinians, not the ones screaming in the street to annihilate people. So there's that. So what we got next? What do we got next? I got some things to talk about today, y'all. So as you guys know, there was another assassination attempt on the president, former president, soon to be 47. Yeah, they tried to get him again. And the guy, this guy, I wanted to play this because it's strange. It's pretty strange. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I want to play this important message from our president. I don't know if you guys seen this, but I want you to see it. All right, here we go. Let me go ahead and hit this music real quick so you guys can really listen. All right, check this out.
Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption once and for all. and corruption it is. First, I will immediately reissue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats, and I will wield that power very aggressively. Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus, and there are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives, Christians, or the left's political enemies, which they're doing now at a level that nobody can believe even possible. Third, we will totally reform FISA courts, which are so corrupt that the judges seemingly do not care when they are lied to in warrant applications. So many judges have seen so many applications that they know were wrong, or at least they must have known. They do nothing about it. They're lied to. Fourth, to expose the hoaxes and abuses of power that have been tearing our country apart, we will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption. And there are plenty of them. Fifth, we will launch a major crackdown on government leakers who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and to subvert our government and our democracy. When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every Inspector General's office independent and physically separated from the departments they oversee so they do not become the protectors of the deep state. Seventh, I will ask Congress to establish an independent auditing system to continually monitor our intelligence agencies to ensure they are not spying on our citizens or running disinformation campaigns against the American people, or that they are not spying on someone's campaign like they spied on my campaign. Eighth, we will continue the effort launched by the Trump administration to move parts of the sprawling federal bureaucracy to new locations outside the Washington swamp. Just as I moved the Bureau of Land Management to Colorado, as many as 100,000 government positions could be moved out, and I mean immediately, of Washington to places filled with patriots who love America, and they really do love America. Ninth, I will work to ban federal bureaucrats from taking jobs at the companies they deal with and that they regulate. So they deal with these companies and they regulate these companies, and then they want to take jobs from these companies. Doesn't work that way. Such a public display cannot go on, and it's taking place all the time, like with Big Pharma. Finally, I will push a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. This is how I will shatter the deep state and restore government that is controlled by the people and for the people. Thank you very much.
That was good. I ain't gonna lie, man. That one got me hyped up. I heard that one and I'm like, yo, this is why I'm voting for him, man. He just called it all out. He called it all out. And that's what you think about, why they want to go get him. Why they trying to take this man out? When you coming out with messages like that, you are a threat to the whole establishment of crooks that are running things, man. And yeah, it's not a shock there for me. Not a shock there for me at all. I want to move over to this interview with this dude. All right. Pretty interesting. So
why are you here?
I don't know if you guys have heard this or watched this yet, but Jesus, why? You know, why? Just why? Oh man. All right. I'm going to get all kind of flags for this. I know it. The music, all of that, they're going to take this down. So this ain't going to be up. So if you guys could, please share this video out for me right now. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's listen to this strange man right here. And it's funny because I always say this: perception creates a narrative. A person's perception can create a narrative. And with his perception, he has created a narrative in his head that will allow him to go and try to take out a former president, because of the things that he believes, because of how he perceives the world, because of the things that he watches and the things that he takes in. It's insane. And this man is over here in Ukraine. All right? Like, listen.
Please tell me who you are and why are you here?
I'm 56 from the U.S., from North Carolina originally, so I live in Hawaii now, so flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here, to me, you know, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil. This is a storybook, you know, any movie we ever watched, this is definitely evil against good. I mean, we're battling a situation here where, you know, the Ukrainians and the rest of the world are caring and kind and generous and unselfish and take care of one another. And it's just a matter of, you know, we need to stand up for that. That is the most important thing in the world, is just to show human beings that we're kind and we're caring and that we take care of one another and that the world is united so that we feed each other and make sure that, you know, we all move forward as one collective whole unit. So, you know, we feel the pain of one country's failure and their conflicts, and we enjoy the successes of other countries that are doing good, and we all work together. And for some reason, Russia does not grasp this concept that we're all one unit, and we have to get along and work together and be normal human beings. This is 2022. We have to work together. It seems asinine that we have a leader in a country that does not understand the concept of being unselfish and being generous and being kind and just.
Now, you hear him speak, right? It sounds good. It all sounds good. But here you are 2 years later, and you're trying to take the life of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Not even a full 2 years later, and you're trying to take the life of somebody that is trying to do good for our country. All right? And then beyond that, you're talking about selfish and getting along and all of these things, but you're supporting the party that is trying to keep us in a forever war, that's trying to fund this chaos. And you talk about caring about life so much, and it's everything that you're saying in this video is contradictory to your actions. And it's just funny to see how far he's gone in them 2 years.
Just the basic moral values that are required by human beings these days. It blows my mind.
And what are you doing here in Ukraine?
My initial goal was to come and fight. I think, you know, everybody around the globe should be motivated to come here and support the Ukrainians and support the army, no matter what gender, age, anything. Everybody should be here supporting the army. But I'm 56, so initially they were like, well, I have no military experience, so they're like, you're not an ideal candidate. So they said, not right this minute. So plan B was to come here to Kyiv and promote getting more people here. You know, we need thousands and thousands and thousands of people here fighting with the Ukrainians. We need, you know, we've got 190 countries around the world, and we need thousands from all of them. If the governments will not send their official military, then we civilians have to pick up the torch and make this thing happen. And we've gotten some wonderful people here, but it's a small fraction of the number that should be here. If we have 5,000, you know, to 10,000 people here fighting, you know, that is just a minuscule amount of the 5 billion people on the globe. You know, we need everyone here fighting. That's why I'm in Kyiv. So every project that I promote is about getting people here to support the Ukrainians. We were at a critical juncture in this war where we are sitting on the fence as far as whether good or evil is going to win. You know, right now we're looking at a situation where the world is waning, and it's thinking that this is important or not. And we're at a point where, you know, all right, are we going to stand for humanity, for human rights, for everything that is good with the world, or are we just going to ignore it? You know, if everybody is complacent and doesn't join this fight, then guess who's going to win? It might take 10 years, but we're going to lose this battle if everyone around the globe does not stop what they're doing get off the couch and come to Ukraine and defend the human rights of everyone around the globe. This is the most important thing going on in the world today. So sitting around and letting life go on as normal and complaining about gas prices and complaining about, you know, your luxury life in whatever country you live in is unacceptable. As human beings, we must support each other. We cannot turn our backs on anyone around the world and expect the problem to go away. So I've been dealing with Russia for my entire life. You know, we had one period where it was okay, but now we've let it slip back into terrorism.
So this man I don't know if you all hear all the different contradictions in his beliefs that go against the actions. It's contrary, right? Peace and love and harmony and standing up for what's right and all this, but you're calling for people to leave their countries to come to this country and fight in a war and take the lives of other people. It makes no sense, which I don't find to be strange at all, because look at what he just tried to do. He's not all the way there mentally.
It's just, the world needs to respond. You know, why world leaders are not sending military is beyond me. We're going to have to elect new leaders the next go around that have a backbone and that, you know, have the fortitude to say, hey, we're not going to tolerate this type of behavior. This type of behavior is unacceptable anywhere, any place, you know. So it's totally unacceptable. And why people are not responding, I do not know.
What impressed you the most since you are here?
My trip to Irpin was pretty emotional. So, you know, going and seeing the buildings that were burned and destroyed and things of that nature. I think more emotional for me is just talking to the guys that have come here. You know, when you talk to a 20-year-old guy that sold everything he owns to come here to fight, that is heroism. You know, he's come here to risk his life for humanity, for the Ukrainians. You know, guys that sell everything they own to come here and support the Ukrainians while others sit at home and do nothing. You know, it's totally mind-blowing how we have this divide of people that are selfless and courageous and wonderful and willing to sell everything they own to come here and support, you know, keep people from getting killed, to shelter kids and protect Ukrainians, and others that just, you know, want to sit at home and not. It's just, you know, it's an indictment of our entire human society to say, hey, you know, where do we stand? Do we stand for good, or do we just not care? I mean, does the world not care? That's the feeling that I wrestle with every day in my interactions with everybody. You know, every one of us is responsible for the outcome of this war. Every one of us, you know, by our actions and what we do. And, you know, when I call back home and say, hey, I need $5 so I can, you know, put enough money together to get a vest for a Ukrainian, and I get no response, I'm like, I'm not sure that the world is as wonderful as I once thought it was.
How you expect people in America to want to send money to you to buy a vest for a Ukrainian when our government is sending them all the money from the American people, which is hurting us and helping with inflation? I don't understand. I just don't get it. I don't get what kind of person this is, except for, you know, he belongs in like Arkham Asylum for all my Batman fans. Yeah, this is somebody that the Joker would have preyed on right here. Real talk.
I had thought that everyone would respond, you know, very generously and unselfishly, and you know, you don't have to come, but you know, if I ask for $5 to buy a vest to save a Ukrainian life, it seems like that would be a no-brainer. But I increasingly get more disappointed in humanity, and I'm beginning to question whether or not we're going to end up on the right side of this equation.
So you are working with the International Legion.
Yes.
And you are trying to convince people to help, to donate, and to join.
Yeah.
My final question is, what would you say to the people in order to convince them to join the International Legion, or to donate for it, or to be involved in the humanitarian aid to Ukraine?
Right. It's just extremely important, the whole thing. As far as joining the military, yes, if you have some military experience or know people with military experience, encouraging them to come and fight. We have units all over the place. So, there were some leadership issues initially, but we've got so many units available to us: Georgian, Crimean, Ukrainian, Territorial Defense, Foreign Legion. We have, so many paramilitary groups. I put a 74-year-old Japanese guy in a unit. So, we have girls.
Y'all
in
hear
units.
this?
So we have two girls.
A 70-year-old Japanese man in the unit. My man got Japanese Biden out there fighting for another country. An old man. Doesn't.
That are in the unit up the street. So any gender, any age, any skill level
Any
to no
age.
skill level. But yeah, if you want to fight, come here and see me, and I'll put you in a unit so you can go fight. But regardless of that, we should have thousands upon thousands of people standing here with the Ukrainians. This Maiden Square, Independence Square, we should have millions of people in this square, filling the square from every country around the world. And why we don't, I don't understand. I'm here every day with all the flags from all the supporting countries, with the memorials for the people that have died. And, I've had several people come, but just a handful, So it blows my mind that I'm standing here alone without thousands of people from every country, from Asia, from Africa, from Australia, from Canada, from everywhere in South America, every place.
Europe.
Yeah, Europe, everywhere. We need everybody here. If you have no skills, just come. We need to be cheerleaders. Just being here and saying, hey, I support the Ukrainians, and I support human rights, and I support good and generosity and caring and kindness and altruism is just, we need to show the world that we care. And it's essential. If you don't do any work at all, just being here and supporting and showing them that we care for our fellow human beings is the most important thing we can do.
Okay, I'm glad that's over. All right, so I don't know how true this is, right? But apparently, from what I just seen, this dude is in a BlackRock commercial. And you'll say, why is that significant? Because there was another person that tried to take out President Trump that was also in a BlackRock commercial. Now, y'all know me. I'm a conspiracy theorist. That's a fact. Everyone knows this about me. I love my conspiracies, but this is just strange. I mean, it's strange. Let me pull it up. Look at this. Look at this. I'm telling you, this doesn't make any sense other than, you know.
The action is to appeal to world leaders.
That guy look familiar? Does that guy look familiar? That's him. That's the dude that you just seen in the video. Okay?
What organization?
My name is Brian DeLallo. I teach AP and Honors Economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do. I hope when I retire someday, they say, that guy made this place a special place to come to.
Nope. Who's that? Who's that right there? That's the first guy that tried to take out Trump. Right there. Both of them are in a BlackRock commercial. What are the odds of that? Now, the first one, we were like, okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, that could just be a coincidence. But now you have the second person that tried to get at Trump, and he's in a BlackRock commercial too. I'm sorry, but I think we need to start taking down the names of everybody that ever appeared in a BlackRock commercial, because it seems to be the list of people who want to go after Trump. And then you think about it and it's like, okay, maybe they didn't send them. I'm not assuming that BlackRock sent them or nothing like that. But maybe the teachings of BlackRock or some of the people that they've met within BlackRock are putting crazy things inside these people's heads. I mean, that's not beyond the scope of reason, right? I'm just saying. Two of them, both of these guys were in BlackRock commercials. I can't make this up. I didn't make this one up. This just came across my feed on X, and I was like, what? So I had to go and look and see if it was true, and it's supposedly true. It's not an altered image. It appears to be the guy. Yeah. I mean, what else? I don't know. I just don't know, guys. The phone lines are open too, by the way. Yeah, I was going to take some calls if you all want to call in. The number's up on the screen, 219-278-7478. Tell me what you think about all of this stuff. Let me know. I want to hear from you. All right, so what else do we got here? I've been exploring today. I've been exploring X and just looking things up. Well, it's been coming across my feed, and then I've been looking into it deeper. Let me just say it like that. Where's this one? This right here. I just want to show you guys this because this is amazing. This is Chicago. People are waking up.
$1 billion in debt.
Oh, dang it. I got to pull it up on the screen. That'll help, right?
$1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. On bunch of illegal immigrants.
They don't get to keep us out. They don't get to engineer a way to get us out.
A bunch of illegal immigrants stealing our money. Y'all stealing our money. You stealing. You stealing. You damn thieves. You thieves. $1 billion in
So basically, they're complaining in this meeting because all the funding that was supposed to go to the city of Chicago has been circumvented and been used for the illegals that are in Chicago. This is not a myth at this point. This is all wide open. You can look it up, and it's got the people of Chicago angry. Anybody that's paying attention in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? They're angry, and there's a lot of people paying attention, especially in the communities like where I come from. So that's a good thing. It's a horrible thing that's happening, but it's a good thing that people are waking up and they're seeing this. They're starting to see the lies. They're starting to see the crooks. You know what I'm saying? They're starting to see that the Democratic Party really has never done nothing for us out here, man. They have not tried for us, but they want us to vote for them every election, every single election. And, it's a lot of stuff going on in the news right now. They got the whole thing with J.D. Vance, right? There's this clip going around right now of him talking to Dana, I don't know how to say her name, the CNN news lady. And he tells her, people are getting fed up. And she said, well, didn't you lie about the video, made up a story about the Haitians eating cats or whatever? And now there's this clip going around of him supposedly admitting that he made it up, which it's out of context. So if you haven't seen that video or you have seen that video or it going around, they definitely are manipulating the footage because they clipped the part where he says, I made a story up to get the attention of the news. Not saying that he made the story up. He's saying that I put a story out there because somebody told me about it, and he clarifies it at the end. He goes, no, it's not a made up story. This is from our constituents, firsthand eyewitnesses that are saying these things, and no one's talking about it. So I made the story for you all can finally start to pay attention. So yeah, it's BS. So make sure you always look them clips up in context, man. And then there's news circulating about Donald Trump Jr. saying that Donald Trump Jr. cheated on his woman or whatever. I don't know why y'all care. Why do you care if Donald Trump Jr. had an extra marital affair? You know what I'm saying? I already sent it to you, Casey. It's in Facebook. Who cares? That's his life. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody. Ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's okay, But I'm sure him and his wife will work it out, or his woman if he's not married. I don't know. They're gonna work it out, and whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. But even so, why is that newsworthy? Why are y'all talking about this on the news? Yeah, I clicked send. I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure. Why is that even newsworthy? I'll tell you why. They want to keep people distracted. That's really what it comes down to. They want to keep the people distracted and arguing about things that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Let me see. Send it again. I just sent it again, Casey. They want to keep people arguing, man. That's really all it comes down to. They want us at each other's throats. They want people deceived and distracted. That's really it. That's just plain and simple. Casey, what's up, my bro? You're muted.
There we go. We're fixed.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
Bro, it's been a lot of news that came out in the last 48 hours, huh?
Oh, just crazy amount.
It's insane.
Well, it's insane, but it's kind of expected. But it's also they don't. I hate saying the term distracted because a distraction, I think that's overused.
Mm-hmm.
But it's to create chaos and to where people aren't thinking logically and they disengage. They don't want to be involved anymore. You know how many people are like, I'm done with politics. I don't want to hear about this anymore. I don't want to do this. A lot.
Stuck in an elevator with.
And that's this culture that they created. And so they're doing that on purpose. And then you have this special individual.
Yeah. Now, talk about calling for political violence, right? Talk about the party that always talks about the right being extremely violent and calling for violence, and Trump called for violence and all these things. And then you got this. And no one will say nothing on the left. Check this out, y'all.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
I can't stand that laugh, boy.
Oh, I can't stand her cackle.
That laugh. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Does one of us have to come out alive? Basically saying like, if I could kill him, then you know what she was getting at.
Yeah.
And no one says nothing. I mean, for me, I don't think we should say something. I don't care, and the right really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Most people would be like, whatever, she's being, that's a joke, right? But if Trump was to do that, then it'd be a big old problem and everybody would have took it serious.
Yeah.
We got a brain. We understand that she's just trying to make a little laugh for her to do her witch's cackle. But if it would have been Trump, everybody would have been up in arms. Trump calls for political violence. Trump talks about unaliving Kamala Harris. Trump, you know what I'm saying? It would have made headlines.
If any of the activity that would have went on yesterday was happening with the people on the left, it would have had a completely different response.
Yeah.
Completely different.
100%.
We're not protecting our country anymore. We are protecting our sides. And that is where you start seeing the division, is when leadership starts doing that. Then all of the peons, all of us people start doing that. And that is exactly what they're doing.
Casey, run the show for me real quick. I got a phone call.
Okay. So anyway, when it comes down to this whole divide, you have both sides really going crazy at forcing the division because it's keeping everybody distracted and not focusing on where the real problem lies. Now, when it comes to Donald Trump and what he has done, and I talked about this last night, like the stuff that he didn't do, I bet he does do in this round, because at this point, why wouldn't he? They've tried to take his life twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
I don't know, man. This whole thing is just, it's getting out of control, bro. I'm not even going to sit here and hold you up. It's getting out of control. We got so much going on around our country and around the world. And the news that they decide to put out is always something that has to do with nothing, or it's a smear campaign. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And people are sick of it. You know, people are really, really sick of it. It's like you don't really even know what to believe anymore that comes through the news. That's the messed up part about it all. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, with the debate. Debate should have been an important, some important coverage for the American people to see. And instead it was a circus. And it was geared towards trying to smear and make Donald Trump look bad instead of focusing on facts and fact checking, to make sure that the people are getting accurate information. It was all about propping one person up and tearing somebody else down.
Right.
So it's like, why do we even watch? Why do we even pay attention to it?
Well, we have to pay attention to it. If we don't, then we are turning our back on our country. It is our responsibility and our duty to be making sure our representatives and our government is staying in order. And unfortunately, we have exhausted so many Americans from that process that they don't even want to try anymore.
Yeah. Here's the clip that I was talking about. So you could see, like, again, with the news, right? So this was aired on the news, but now it's clipped and placed on all these different outlets and all these different social media influencers.
Can I make just one more final point about this?
Yes, please.
You've heard a lot of the media focusing on every possible distraction from the story in Springfield. You've heard them focus on these Proud Boys marches. You've heard just in this interview, Dana, the suggestion that because some psychopath is calling it a bomb threat, somehow we have to then ignore 40,000 Springfieldians who are having their lives worsened by Kamala Harris's policies. Well, what is the implication, Dana? I actually love to have this conversation right now live on air.
Right.
What is the implication when you say you calling out these problems has caused a bomb threat? You accused me of causing a bomb threat. Doesn't that mean you should shut up about the residents of Springfield? Don't you realize you're engaged in basic propaganda to silence the concerns of American citizens?
I was quoting the actual mayor of Springfield, Ohio, begging after the bomb threats, begging federal officials, to please stop putting negative attention on his city. And I'm not talking about the policies. I'm not talking about the very real challenges that Springfield has. I'm talking about baseless rumors about Haitians eating dogs and cats. And that, after that was said on a debate stage, that is when these bomb threats started. And that is a fact. Senator, I just want to move on. I have two other quick issues separate from this that I want to talk to you about.
Dana,
go ahead.
Again,
please go ahead.
I think this is actually an important conversation.
Okay.
Look, the Springfield mayor, he's dealing with a lot of terrible things. I certainly sympathize with the guy, and we're going to try to help him out. But he did not accuse me of inciting a bomb threat. He just didn't. And if we're going to take the firsthand accounts of people who are on the ground in Springfield, why don't you bring on some of the people on your program who say that the migrants are eating their pets? You're applying a double standard here. You're saying if one person accuses J.D. Vance, I'm going to take that person's word as the gospel truth, even if you misrepresent it. If you have another person who's saying they're eating the cats, you're going to completely ignore them, attack them, silence them, and harass them. That double standard is why the people don't trust the media and why we're not talking about public policy 51 days out from a presidential election.
Okay. If you have somebody you want to tell us about who has proof that somebody ate their cat, of course we want to hear that. We certainly have had no evidence that that is actually something that happened. And I just want to say, I have not accused you of anything. I am quoting the mayor who said, after these bomb threats, federal politicians are negatively spinning our city. They need to know they are hurting our city. It was their words that did it. Okay, that I'm quoting him, and it seems to be a
Dana,
cause and effect.
Roll roll the tape. You just accused me of inciting a bomb threat. There's no evidence of this. I condemn violence and threats of violence. We should be able to do that and also still talk about what's going on in Springfield.
I'm glad to hear that you condemn it. That is very important. We have a lot of other issues to get to, but I really hope that you do come back so we can talk about other issues. Senator, thank you so much.
So you see what I'm saying? Totally tried to spin what he said. You know, it's right in front of you. And people will take that as like, oh, a slam dunk, they got him. Instead of seeing like, no, he checked her and stood on what he said and was accurate. She's wrong. You were just wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it, bro. I don't get it.
Did you see what MSNBC said after the attempted assassination yesterday?
No, do you have it?
Yeah, here, I'll play it. I'll pull it up. Like, they're practically tried to blame him for it.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Do you expect there to be calls from within the Trump campaign to do that? Because he's going to reach out to his supporters and say, let's take this down. We do not know, again, the source of any gunshot or gunshots. We don't know who's responsible for this. The whole thing has yet to be 100% confirmed from start to finish how this all played out. But do you expect to hear anything from the Trump campaign about toning down the rhetoric, toning down the violence, or would that be atypical of the former president?
Well, Alex, remember back to the assassination attempt on President Trump's life and how, there was talk of a new tone, and then the Republican convention was, by Trumpian standards, muted. And it did seem like he was, just trying to take it down a few notches. But then by the end of his convention speech, we were kind of back to where we started. So I don't know how long this could, this moment of unity for the country where we come together and we say, I don't want any political opposition to be under threat of violence. It's not okay, any threat of violence, we don't want. I would love for us to have a unity type moment, but I think it's probably going to be pretty fleeting, as we've seen in the past.
That's despicable, bro.
This was not even an hour after his Secret Service team ran into somebody that had nothing but ill intent and wanting to take him out, was receiving gunfire from Secret Service.
Yeah.
And he was on the run. That's when this video was being talked about. And we want to talk about rhetoric, and we want to talk about where we are at as a country, and we want to talk about unity. MSNBC, you are the problem.
Agreed. MSNBC and everyone like them on both sides, both sides of the aisle, man. Because, we get the misreporting on the right as well, and they do it for a reason. And again, it comes into who owns the damn media. That's what, I can't stress that enough. The people that own the media that we all take in are trying to get us all against each other. So we never start pointing the finger where it needs to be pointed. That's the truth. Check this out, dog. This was fascinating. This was fascinating. Can't make this stuff up. Kamala is the king of spin.
She did it. Kamala Harris sat down and did a one-on-one interview that you probably had no idea she did. It wasn't on a national level. It was the local ABC affiliate, ABC News again, in Philadelphia, a guy named Brian Taff. He must be good. Philadelphia is a large television market. You've got to be good to work there. But this interview was interesting because it's, again, the first one-on-one. Walls wasn't there. And he asks her a simple question. Give me 2 examples of how you want to fix the economy or bring down costs. Here's what she said.
Bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people. Yeah. What are 1 or 2 specific things you have in mind for that?
Well, I'll start with this. I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother raised my sister and me. She worked very hard. She was able to finally save up enough money to buy our first house when I was a teenager. I grew up in a community of hardworking people, construction workers and nurses and teachers. And I try to explain to some people who may not have had the same experience, but a lot of people will relate to this. I grew up in a neighborhood of folks who were very proud of their lawn, and I was raised to believe and to know that all people deserve dignity, and that we as Americans have a beautiful character. We have ambitions and aspirations and dreams, but not everyone necessarily has access to the resources that can help them fuel those dreams and ambitions.
I don't know.
What was the question?
I don't even remember.
You got lost in it, right? Check it out. Listen again. All of that. And just listen. This was the question.
Bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people. Yeah. What are one or two specific things you have in mind for that?
Well,
and we got all of that from that and no answer to the question. No answer at all to the question. And people don't pick up on it. They're just like, oh, yeah, did you know? Did you know that she grew up middle class? Did you know that? Oh, my God. It's amazing. She's just like us. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This is ridiculous, bro. We can't get a straight answer from her about nothing.
She's a politician.
It's crazy.
She's a politician. That's how all politicians talk. And that is why the left from the debate was harping the day after the debate with Kamala Harris. They were so harping on with Donald Trump that he didn't have a plan for, I can't even remember what topic it was, that he said that I don't have a plan yet. Oh, replacing Obamacare. Oh, I don't have a plan yet. Because the only thing Trump needed to say was, I'm going to work with RFK. Like, that's why I brought him in with me. That's how we're going to knock this out. We don't have that outlined yet, but we will have a plan. And they were harping on him so bad for that the next couple days because they have zero plan. None. And so they want to expose everything that they're being accused of. They want to try to do it on Trump, but unfortunately, he left that door open for him. He should have had a better answer for that. And it is what it is. But these are politicians, man. Like, that's why I hate both sides. I can't stand them because they're not serving the American people anymore.
Not even a little bit.
Care.
So I got to play this video. I got to. It's interesting. All the white people that are watching this right now, you might want to listen to this.
I'm offended.
I'm just saying. All you lighter skinned Americans, Westerners, listen. All you European Americans, listen to this.
Command to wipe out from among all the descendants of Esav, descendants of Amalek, male and female, young and old. And that is why Amalek is so terrible, and it has to be totally
We don't have anything on the screen. Are you sharing something on the screen?
Oh, dang. My bad.
Command to wipe out from among all the descendants of Esav, descendants of Amalek, male and female, young and old. And that is why Amalek is so terrible, and it has to be totally uprooted. Therefore, God tells us we should erase their memory, and we should eradicate them from the face of the earth. Who is Amalek? Amalek comes from Esav. Esav was a brother to Jacob.
Esav, who in modern day terms is really basically, certainly one of them is America. Esav became Edom, which is a nation. Edom became Rome. Instead of it being Rome, it became Christianity. Christianity, of course, ultimately became Western civilization. So Esav today is really Western civilization.
But the new Rome, the United States,
Esav is Europe, the United States.
The throne of God is incomplete until we destroy Amalek.
Any nation that has that religion can be considered Esav.
The audacity, the chutzpah, to destroy Amalek and to cut off the offsprings of the nation of...
Bruh. Yo. I came across that, bro, and I tripped out. I said, what? So they believe that America is basically evil and supposed to be eradicated. And more importantly, Christianity and Christians. Why don't people know this? Why?
Because they're being fed information by leaders that are walking on this planet that are currently just as corrupt as the evil side.
Why is it? I don't. It blows my mind. I don't understand why people, especially, they are so quick to say we got to stand with Israel when Israel doesn't want to stand with us.
No.
They want to stand on our bones, literally, by their religion. Their religion calls for them to stand on our bones, bruh.
It's I'm gonna say it's complete ignorance because people don't want to do the extra research to look into things to understand. They want to just go back and be looking like, oh, Israel, they are our ancestors. Like, we must protect them, and they want to say that and just believe it and be done with it. And that's a dangerous place to be. Very dangerous place to be.
I'm sorry, but I hear that, and this is me, like my conspiracy brain, right? I hear that, what was just said in that video, and then I think about the media. Why all the misinformation? Well, if we keep them misinformed and circumventing them from the truth, then they'll all eat each other. Because this is the crazy part, and they cannot take your life, right? That's the whole thing.
They'll make you miserable, bro.
They'll make you turn on each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're not allowed. They're not permitted to take a life, right? So instead, we just get everybody else to do the bidding that we want them to do.
Right.
So when you see the media and you see the wars and you see the chaos around the world and you see these Palestinian protests, how strange is it that people that are of that faith are funding Palestinian protest? How funny is it that people that are of that faith are funding the LGBTQ movements? How funny is it that people of that faith are funding were funding the BLM riots? You find a hand in everything that's got to do with some chaos going on in another country.
Well, that's it.
Am I tripping?
You're not tripping. The thing is we have put these people in power in a lot of dangerous places, which controls a lot of this and the media. So the only way you can get rid of them is to get rid of those sources of content, which we are doing slowly. Like yesterday, independent media was all over what happened, and the truth was coming from them, not mainstream media. Mainstream media ran with the story, including Fox News ran with the story that this was gun violence. This was just two other people that were shooting at each other yesterday. It wasn't anything with Secret Service or anything involving anything around Trump. That's what the first reports were.
I don't know, bro. Stuff, it blows my mind. And I know I probably seem like if people tune into the show at the wrong time, they're like, yo, this dude Cash is anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
I'm not at all.
No.
I love everybody, right? I'm not that at all. Israelis, people that are, Russo's Jewish. That's my dog. Love him to death. I'm talking like the person that you just heard saying these things is a devout person of that faith. I don't even want to say the word. And look at how messed up that is.
Right.
Look at how messed up that is. I can't even call out a person's beliefs without being labeled anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
I can't call out the people that own the news because then I'll be labeled an anti-Semitic. I can't call out the bankers that got people in debt because I'll be called an anti-Semitic, even though I'm not talking about their race.
Right.
I'm talking about their belief and why they do the things that they are doing according to their belief. How is that? I don't understand. That's not fair. That isn't fair at all. Just saying.
Yeah, that is where I think this whole situation, that this is system, I shouldn't say this system is created because it became so popular to put labels and put everybody into certain boxes. And that is what we started doing. And as soon as we started doing that, and now they could just start shaking each box and blaming it on the other party.
Yeah.
The other group.
And bro, I'm telling you, this is why I say I don't like the Democrats or the Republicans, right? Because in my mind, in my conspiracy mind, and that's the mind that I keep most of the time, it's my conspiracy mind, right? In my conspiracy mind, the Republicans and the Democrats are in the back pockets of big bank, media, and I'm just going to call it out and say it, Israeli government.
Yeah.
This is my belief. All right. I believe that. And it's too much that points to it being true. But this is why I love Trump. Because Trump, yeah, he deals with everybody. He's got to. You're a leader. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with people, but he does not bow to them.
No.
And he's trying, for me, the way I see it is he's trying to free people from underneath this system. When you calling for the dismantling of the Federal Reserves and getting us from underneath that, to me, you're doing something amazing, because that is essentially why people are in debt. You know,
Yeah.
The Federal Reserves it's a big scam, and
it's awful.
It's a scam played on not just the people but whole governments, bro, like whole nations.
It's been founded as the main principle to be able to transfer wealth from the people to the wealthy. That's all it's doing.
You know, and this is it causes a thought, bro. Like, I love this country. I love the people within my country. But at the same time, I can't stand this country because of the people that represent it. Does that make sense?
No, I separate that. I love this country. I can't stand the corruption that thinks that they are leading this country. They are not leading this country. They are ruining this country. They are running it straight into the ground.
Facts.
And that is not representation of what this country was founded upon.
Agreed. But
that
that's
is
the
evil,
catch.
and that is Satan taking over.
Bro, but isn't that the thing though? Like, the rest of the world, you know, they see us and they think about our leaders. You feel me? When they look at America around the world, they think of our leaders.
Yeah.
And if our leaders are to be a reflection of us, then I want to disassociate myself from that. Like, they're not the ones that are American. They're un-American. We're American. We believe in what you just said. We believe in our freedoms. We believe in the dream of the founders. They don't. They want to do away with it all. So it's like a catch. It's a catch-22. Like, yes, I love being American. I love this country. I'm patriotic as hell. I love it here. You know, I love this land. I love the people. But I can't bro, I cannot stand our leaders, bro. I'm talking about there's a deep disdain that I have for our leaders.
Yeah, they're not our leaders. That's the thing, is we got to remember these people are in power, and they're probably not even in power by election anymore. These people that are supposedly being our leaders, they're not living the values of our country, and they are not trying to uphold the Constitution and keep America on the same trajectory as what it was supposed to be on from 1776. They want it for their own selfish reasons, for their wealth and power. And so I separate that from our country because that is not what our country is about. They are doing something
100%.
completely different.
100%. I agree. Everybody that's watching us right now, if you could like the video and share it out, I'd appreciate it. And if you want to call in, I got the phone sitting right here, 219-278-7478. Let us know what you think. How do you feel about all this? Are you proud to be an American? And if so, why? And what do you think about our government? Are they a reflection of you, of your views? Are you proud to be an American because of our leadership or no? And what did you think about that last video we just shared or any of the videos that we just shared? Because that last one, I ain't gonna lie, it took the breath out of me a little bit. It's like, whoa. And then it makes sense too when you think about it, bro. There is an attack on white guys. We just got to call it out and be real, right? There's this big attack on white guys right now, bro. Being a white guy is not the cool thing according to the media and movies and everything. You know what I'm saying? If you're a white guy, you're the enemy. That's the whole thing that's being portrayed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can understand why now when you hear that kind of stuff. When you hear the things the belief systems that are promoted, it's insane, bro.
Right.
Just so white people, white guys, I love y'all, man. My uncle Wayne's white. Love my Uncle Wayne to death. My mother, she's white. I love you to death, Mom. You're not a man, thank God, because that would be weird. But I love you. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy,
Cash
dog.
is going to start wearing a dress and start going into women's bathrooms. That's what Cash will start doing.
Nah, I couldn't do that one. Couldn't be me. So yeah, guys, give us a call, 219-278-7478. So Casey, man, did you get any more? Is there anything else that's came out about this assassin of why he did what he did, or anything? Any more different videos?
Not yet. Let me see. The part they did release. I don't know if you went over this. I probably posted this right as you went live. They did a press conference today admitting that the FBI knew about him and owning weapons when he was a felon in 2019. So he was on the FBI's radar all along. Again, just like Crooks, just like this last school shooter that we just went through. All of them have been on the FBI's radar. Anybody want to tell me what the purpose of the FBI is? Because right now it doesn't seem like they're doing a damn thing.
They're not.
The only thing the only people they have locked up and removed from society is J6ers.
Facts. Facts. That's a big fact. Oh, by the way, everybody, I don't know if you guys know, I was on Cowboy Logic the other day. It'll be airing Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It'll be airing. So you guys go and check that out. It's going to be pretty cool. Did that. And we got a caller. Let's see what we got here. Hello.
Hey, Cash. Hey, Casey.
What's going on? How you doing, Audrey?
Let's go.
Hey, Cash. Casey, how are you?
Doing well. Can't complain too much at all.
No, you don't complain ever.
No. How you doing?
You always see the bright side of everything. I see that.
Yeah, I try to. It gets a little rough, man, especially when you're doing all this research and studying videos and news, and it tries to take the good out of you.
I know, but you are doing a fantastic job. Don't let anybody steer you away from the good job you're doing.
Thank you.
And that also goes for my friend Casey. He
thank
is
you.
Awesome. So is Russo. You all are awesome. I love you all.
We love you back. Appreciate you.
Thank you. So if you want to go back over the questions, I'm really ready to answer. I think you were asking if I believe in this or that or whatever. So I don't mind if you want to throw those questions at me again. I'm ready to answer.
So are you proud to be an American, and does the leadership in our country reflect why you're proud to be an American? Do they represent you?
I am absolutely proud to be an American, but as far as leadership, that depends on who we're talking about.
This leadership.
If we're talking about the leadership of
Donald J. Trump, yes, I am proud. If we're talking about the current absent, I don't even want to say leadership, then no, I'm not proud of it. But they will not take my pride from me as far as being a proud American. I won't let them do that.
I heard that. For me, like I say, the way I look at it, right? It's I love our country. I love the people within our country. Our country's amazing.
I do too.
You know, all the different cultures that are
Absolutely.
here. I think it's amazing. It's a dream realized.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So yeah, it's amazing. But when we look at these crooks that we got in Washington and these swamp creatures that's in the Capitol building, yeah, it's corrupt, and they are not a reflection of me. That's how I feel. You know, they're supposed
Me
to.
neither, Cash.
Yeah, they're supposed to be, but they're not. And it's like, how do you fix it? And I don't think that we can. This is what I get excited when I think about Trump coming back in office and dismantling things, and, you know, people paying the price for the crimes that they've committed against the American people. Because that's what I feel it is. It's crimes, the things that these people are doing, the laws that they put over us, but they don't follow, the theft that goes on inside that Capitol building, them taking bribes from people and taking money from people to make laws, and it's disgusting. For me, they should be locked up. That's how I feel. I had to get locked up.
And
they
what
need to be locked up.
I agree with you, Cash. And what they did to the people from J6 is disgusting.
I agree.
Absolutely disgusting. I do not believe in the three-letter, what do I want to call
Three-letter
them?
agencies, the alphabet boys.
Yeah, the alphabet boys. You got that, brother. Okay, I'll take that. I believe so much in what Casey has such an awesome way to describe all. He has got such an ear to the wall, I'll tell you.
Yeah. He's found his voice.
This young man, yes, this young man is so intelligent and has his ear to the wall as to what is going on in this world. I really respect him wholeheartedly.
So thank you. I try.
And Cash, I actually started watching you back in 2020.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we all know what happened after that.
Yep.
But then somehow I just got involved watching Russo and Casey, and I just became, I feel, part of the family.
You definitely are. And I'm proud of my brothers too, man. They carried on for me while I was away, and they did good. You know, I came home and still had a YouTube.
Yes, listen. Yes, they did. They are your brother.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's three amigos.
That's right. Just like footprints in the sand, just like Jesus carried you. So.
All day. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. All right, keep up the good work. I love you all.
Hey, Audrey.
All right, get on with your life. I love you, and I'm going to continue listening.
I love you too, but can we get a Trump 2024?
Trump 2024, baby.
I was waiting. I've been waiting to do that. God bless you, Audrey. I hope you have a good day. God bless.
You too, honey. All right, love you.
Love you. Bye-bye. I've been waiting to do the air horn for a minute. Oh, that was fun. That was good. Anybody else want to call in? You're more than welcome to 219-278-7478. And Casey, you really have found your voice. I've been noticing that, bro. You're doing pretty good. Yeah. Yesterday I was going to jump on with you, but the Bears game was on, and you was right. They lost. It was horrible.
They need a new quarterback.
No, it's not our quarterback. He's good. He's very good for a rookie, bro. Very good. It's his first. Come on.
If he's very good, go look at that quarterback's record against the University of Utah and see how well he played. He never won.
You're not going to do this here. Utah doesn't even have a football team. Okay.
Whatever.
Right, let's clear the air right now. Utah doesn't even have a football team. You have no right to talk about anything about the Bears. Your state doesn't even have a football team. They don't even have a football team, Casey.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right. And your basketball team hasn't been good since Karl Malone played. So
even back then we couldn't finish the deal, and that's
So yeah, but I digress. But yeah, no, bro, you're doing a good job. Yesterday, the reason I didn't get on is because I'm like, yo, you're really doing your thing. You was shaking and baking last night, so I'm like, I'm gonna let bro have this one. He's doing his thing.
I was
Go
so
ahead,
furious
Casey.
yesterday.
I shared it out for you though, and cheered for you. I'm like, go ahead, bro. I see you.
I was so frustrated yesterday. It was
Yeah, I
just
see.
as more and more of that kept going on.
Yeah, I get it.
It was just a mess. Like, our government is a disaster, and everybody wants to turn this into some sort of fight or bickering to point and blame somebody else. The people we should be blaming is the entire government. The entire government is the problem. It's not Republicans. It's not Democrats.
It's
all
that
of them.
Capitol building. It's that
all of
Capitol building. That's what it is. And we got another call. What's going on, caller? How you doing? Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Got to put you on. All right, there we go. Now can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
All right, how you doing?
So, doing good. Calling from Kansas City. Go
Kansas
Chiefs.
City, go Chiefs. You know what? I'm not a
Ohio
Chiefs
State, they're
fan,
doing good too.
but I'm a Mahomes fan. So
Yeah, he's good.
I hate him.
I was wondering, do you want to talk about the crucifixion of Jesus, or do you want to talk about Hamas?
you can talk about whatever you want.
Okay.
Just be careful on your
Well, I
verbiage
was
because we will get banned if you say something out of pocket. So go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing too bad here. So I was thinking, back in the time when Jesus was crucified, we had the government who was trying to propagandize the people. There was a lot of speech laws. You can't do blasphemy. And so Jesus was actually crucified because of blasphemy. I just think they're going to do that again with somebody again today, that we're going to work up the people and get them to do that.
I mean, I can see that happening right now. To be honest with you, they stay getting the people worked up, and look at what they're trying to do to Trump. They got a dude so worked up that he literally just tried to take him out yesterday. And then before that, we had the dude on top of the roof. So yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, is trying to get people worked up. I couldn't agree with you more.
And I think we're getting the whole population worked up so that, it's not just Trump. It could be anybody that is making waves, being a threat to the establishment. It could be Elon.
You think it's Elon?
It could be. I mean, he's been a threat. Look at Brazil and all these countries that are trying to ban X.
Oh, so you're saying that Elon is a threat to the establishment?
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that, because his site does allow things like what you see on the screen right now to be played. So, yeah. And it's crazy because people will look at that and they literally will think that this is something, they will call this anti-Semitic rhetoric about the rabbis calling for the destruction of Western civilization and white Europeans. And it's not, because it's literally a rabbi calling for the destruction of Western civilization and white Europeans. Yet they'll point it out as anti-Semitic rhetoric. And it's crazy because they got all these laws protecting that kind of speech. Like, you can't say certain things. If you say certain things, you will lose your platform. And it's like, how and why? Why is it like that? This is actually true, what I just put out here, because you heard him say it. You hear and you watching him on the screen. How am I the one that's being wrong? How am I the one that's being? I'm not doing nothing but reporting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
he's just spreading the word or letting people say what they want to say, and they're blaming him, and then they're getting a whole bunch of people worked up, so that they will want to get the governments to prosecute him, or to put him in jail, or to kill him, or whatever.
Yeah,
And I think
hopefully
they're doing the same thing with Trump and with whatever. But
hopefully it don't come to
there's
that.
a lot of people out there that are a threat.
I agree with you. It's a crazy world we're living in right now. We're living in some crazy times, and we only got a couple places where the truth actually gets told, or at least news is reported from unbiased source. I'll put it like that. And that's on X and pill.net. Pill.net is just like X. ban you unless you're doing something completely out of pocket, like completely out of pocket, something that is unacceptable everywhere. And they promote constitutional freedom of speech. So
Yep.
Yeah, I'm starting to look into Pilled. It's kind of different for me to look at. I don't really know how to search anything on it yet.
yeah, you got to mess around with it for a little bit, but it's a dope site, especially when you start watching all the other channels that are on there. There's a lot of information that gets pushed through Pilled. So I will say that. But yeah,
Okay.
I definitely appreciate you calling in.
All right, I'll let you go.
All right, you have a great day. Oh, wait, before you
You
go,
too, thanks.
before you go, Trump 2024?
Yeah. Yeah, Trump 2024.
You get a round of applause. I hope you have a great day, man.
Thank you.
All right. I have too much fun with this thing.
Yeah, I know you do. That's why I said it
I
was
need some more
dangerous to
sounds.
give you the buttons.
I need some more sounds on here. So
You
we're
need
going to
some
take a vote.
sounds.
We're going to take a vote. What sounds should I add to the machine, you guys?
That one.
Which one
Did
was
you hear
that?
it? Did you hear it?
Are you talking about this one?
No. So you didn't hear it when I hit my buttons.
Oh, no. No, I can't hear your buttons.
Yeah, because I haven't changed, but I have Joe Biden as "Come on, man," and then I have a violin, and then I have Trump's China, because you have to have that, and then a buzzer for wrong answer. But I used
come
to
you
have
don't
all
use
kinds
it?
of audio files. I'll send you actually all of the audio files I have.
That'd be
They're fun.
great. So why don't you ever use your Rodecaster then?
I don't have a Rodecaster. I have a Stream Deck, and it only
Oh.
gives me the buttons. And
Gotcha.
it just got complicated, me switching my audio back and forth for work and for this. And so I just said screw it and got rid of my buttons.
Nope. I leave the whole connection hooked up. I just rock these bad boys when I'm in front of the computer, watching anything, hearing anything. It just works better. Yeah. I like it. So yeah. You got any other videos, Casey, that you want to discuss?
No, but did you see my text earlier that Donald Trump will be doing an X Spaces tonight?
On what? What's he going to be talking about?
I don't think he really said. Let me go back and find where I shared it.
I don't know. That gets a little hard to do. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. If the people want us to cover it, then we'll cover it. But I think that maybe I'll just cover the highlights because I don't want to have another moment like, when he did the one with Elon and it lasted 3 hours and I was sitting here and I was like,
Yeah, we don't know how long that will go. This one. It says join me live from Mar-a-Lago at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight on X Spaces. I'm intrigued. I want to know what he says. I want to hear what he says if he's going to touch on anything from yesterday. The part that I love the way Donald Trump handles all of these situations is he doesn't, the day that the events happen and the following days, like what was talked about by MSNBC, is his tone changes a bit. He has some self-reflection. He is human. All of the people that would normally be like, oh, Donald Trump is getting a gloat about this, he's going to use this for more ammo, all of the stuff. He doesn't do any of that.
Yeah.
But he does bring a lot of the facts and the details around the system and ensure that the proper information is talked about. And so when it comes down to these spaces, I think he speaks more freely and openly. That's where I'm looking forward to it.
That's his name on X right there. American versus Gov.
Yes.
Everybody follow Casey on X. If you're not, he's dope. I steal his content.
But yeah,
all right.
it'll
So
be
I
good
want to show
tonight. I'm
this.
looking forward to it.
I want to show this, bro, because I felt like this will make everybody smile right here, right? Because too much they push division on us, right? They push division on us and have us thinking that we at each other's necks. And I want you to see this.
That is
the reason why I
hilarious.
love this video is it shows how what you would think, right? When you see a black kid, a white kid, Hispanic kids around, and they're in school, and the black kids dancing, then boom, the white kid starts dancing, and instantly they're cheering for him because he just snapped out. You know what I mean? He got down on them, and then they all give him a hug. That's when I think of America.
White.
That's what I think about. You
Yeah.
feel me? That's what I think about. I didn't see a white kid and a black kid and Hispanic kids. I saw American kids doing something that's American, and that's breakdancing.
Yeah.
That's
That
an
happens
American thing. You feel
That
me?
happens every day. But I will say that doesn't happen every day that a white boy busts out some moves like that. That doesn't happen very often.
Not true. Not true. See, you've been
It
brainwashed.
doesn't happen very often.
You've been brainwashed.
But-
You go to the hood, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You can tell that this right here,
That guy
this
is
school,
not from no hood.
I guarantee you he lives in a hood or like in the area
Maybe-
of
maybe in
he's
Call
not a
of Duty.
high class citizen. He's in a
He is-
public school with a bunch of regular kids like everybody else, and he's already taken up the culture. And that's the thing, the American
Whatever.
culture. You know what I'm saying?
That
And that's
white
what I'm
boy,
saying.
White boys don't dance like that. White
No.
boys don't.
People that got glasses like that and that kind of look, because I know a bunch of white dudes that could get down, bro. I'm talking about will get down. You feel me? It's just like, again, where you're from. It just comes from where you're from. And he obviously lives in a community of people that are, low class, middle class, because it's a public school, not because you see black people. Don't start thinking I'm being stereotypical. It's not that. It's a public school, and there's there's multicolors all around there. So
Or he
it's
just
got to be
worships Jabberwockies. Or he just worships the Jabberwockies.
maybe, but it was really cool to see them hugging each other and everybody
100%.
cheering. That was
happens
dope.
every day. That stuff happens every day. What I was saying doesn't happen every day is white boys dancing like that. That doesn't happen every day.
You can't dance, bro.
No, I'm white. I remind everybody in dancing, I'm white. I don't dance.
Have you ever heard what Russian people think of Americans?
Oh yeah, we had what's her name on?
No, I mean like in Russia, stereotypes that they think of Americans.
Oh no. I
Oh,
know
listen
what
to this.
Indians have stereotypes of Americans.
Check this out.
Asking Russians what stereotypes they know about Americans.
Тупые, устроили геноцид против коренного населения.
Said they're stupid. Said they're stupid. They've committed genocide against the indigenous population.
Население всегда пьют
They always drink soda and eat burgers.
газировку и едят бургеры.
Ну, Техас, ковбойская
Well, Texas, cowboys riding horses, bulls, and whatnot.
там на лошадях, кто на быках такие. И каньоны.
And canyons.
Большой долг, госдолг.
They have a huge
Они
government
любят
debt.
fast
They like eating fast food. Same stuff as we do, like French fries and burgers.
food, тот же, что и мы. Картошку фри, бургеры. Депрессивные дети.
They're depressed kids.
Стереотип, что, они
I guess they can't cook, and they
No.
don't cook.
American doesn't have
готовить.
very good cuisine.
и не готовят. И не готовят.
Стереотип, что они
Another
ходят в
stereotype
пижамах
is that they
прямо
can
на
go down the
улице,
street wearing
не
pajamas.
чешутся, не расчесываются.
It's called
Да,
freedom.
And they never
что
comb their
они,
hair. Yeah, women don't like to take care of
За то,
themselves.
что американцы толстые.
First of all, Americans are
они еще
fat,
тупые.
and they're also
Географию
stupid.
очень плохо
They're
знают.
really bad at geography. George Bush confused
путался
Iran with
где-то.
Iraq.
Ирак и Иран.
Ну что они мнят себя,
Oh, they also have a big ego, and they think that we are the kings of the world, or that they are the kings of the world.
We are the kings of the world. We are back-to-back world champions.
American women don't take care of themselves. They can go out dressed in rags with no makeup.
в чем попало в магазин.
Freedom.
Ну, это не глубокие,
Well,
поверхностные.
they're shallow. What'd she say? Whoa, she said they're shallow and narrow-minded. They are poorly educated. They are limited,
Не
so
следят
to
за своим
speak.
здоровьем.
They don't take care of their health. That is crazy.
Facts. There's some true stories in that, but that's fine. Guess what? Hate America, hate American culture, hate everything about it. Stay where you're at.
No, but that's the
California,
thing. They don't hate
will you
it. They were
please
just
take
asking
that
them what
out?
they think. They were just asking them some stereotypes. And some of the stereotypes is like, yo, they're fat, they're lazy,
it's
they're
true.
uneducated, they have huge debt, cowboys, burgers,
Cowboys and burgers can't really say that anymore. But
women
that's
go
fine.
outside in their pajamas and don't wear makeup. They never
Facts.
comb their hair.
There's truth to that too.
How do they see that though? Like,
How do
what
they
do
see
what-
that?
Yeah, what there's not people on the news that are running around in their pajamas.
No,
Like, how are they what are they doing?
Dude,
How do they get this
TikTok,
information?
you watch all of this stuff that's on social media. Like, if you notice, most of those people were younger.
No, those
They were mostly younger. I don't remember an older person that maybe put approaching later of the Gen X era in there.
I got some stereotypes about Russia too, but I'm not gonna say them.
I don't care if they hate us, they don't like us, they don't like our culture. I don't care. That's fine. You stay in your own land. That's all.
So where's this
Everybody
last
will
one
make
at?
fun of Americans. That's fine, but we have all of the freedom here.
I got a good one for you, bro. You're gonna laugh. Where's it at? Where is it at? Oh man, did I not save it? Oh, there it is. You probably already seen it, but it's funny.
Do you want to go to jail?
It's so funny. So I'm sure everybody is familiar with the "Don't call me sir, I'm ma'am." You remember that guy, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go. 2.0, 2024, guys. 2.0.
Get the fuck out of my face now!
Oh,
yes. Now!
That was very rude of you.
Get the fuck out of my face!
Do you want to go to jail? Sir, ma'am, I don't really know what to call you.
You're fucking done, man.
I'm done.
Get the fucking police, you just insulted me.
Well, listen here, pal. I mean, you are gonna go to jail.
And I can fucking tell the police to get you.
I'm vegan, so don't say that. Listen.
Man, you really get the fuck out of my way right now.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
You do not have a release. I will sue you.
You're gonna sue him? Don't sue him, man, because we're trying to just...
I don't have a... You do not have a release. If you fucking post this, I will destroy you. I will destroy you.
Just keep going on. I got my crew with me now. I got my crew. Yeah! Yeah! What's up? Woo! Who won? Who's next?
Tell me that is not the funniest video, bro.
I've seen clips of it. I didn't watch that whole thing, and it is hilarious.
Oh my god, I lost it. Here, I got another funny one for you.
Too much testosterone. But
Check this out. This is good. This is good. I thought I'd leave you guys with some laughter.
Oh my.
Oh god, bro, that is great. That is great. That's like this is the perfect prank, you know? It's perfect.
There's a video that one made me think of, and I'm trying to find it really quick if I can.
Did you see the liberal in the store?
No.
Oh man. Liberal meltdown. Liberal meltdown. I want to show it.
Liberal store worker melts down over a Make America Great Again hat and Trump shirt. Check this out.
I am looking forward to releasing this video because I just want to purchase something.
Go, dude! Go! Get the off in here, man! Fuck, man! You can't stand your racist motherfuckers!
Racist?
Yeah!
It's true. I'm not a racist.
He's wearing some Trump bullshit, got some racist bullshit up in his head and shit. I'm not serving anyone that has to do with that. He's a treasonous asshole.
I don't have a problem with you, sir. I'd like to purchase some of this naked vape juice, though, if that would be all right. All right, see, because... Okay, here's where we're at.
Leave the store.
Here's where you're at.
Leave the store.
Here's
Leave
where...
the store.
Here's where
Leave the store. I don't give a... Get out. Get out.
Help your customer.
Liberal store worker melt.
Bro. Talk about unhinged.
This is where I believe liberalism is a disease. Like, this is bad. Like, you can't have that. Like, what Why is that your default? Screaming at somebody.
Want to see another one?
Why?
Look.
Oh,
When was
no.
the last time that you had a period? You don't remember. Okay.
There could be a slight chance I might be pregnant now.
Really? And why do you say that?
I've been craving weird things that I'm not
Normally craving?
Yeah.
And now you crave it.
Like water.
Well, some of it
I'm
could
craving
be
water.
Yeah.
Bitch, you ain't pregnant. You're thirsty. You're just thirsty, bitch. Go drink you some water.
Oh my God, bro. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard when I seen that, bro. I had tears in my eyes. So I got a
Oh
whole
my
folder
hell.
that I've dedicated to just, funny stuff. Oh, this is funny but harsh. All right, so let me give you a backstory. Chris Paul bet Michael Jordan's whole camp that he would give free Jordans if he missed the shot. Okay? If Jordan misses a shot, then Chris Paul was going to buy Jordans for everybody in this camp, in this basketball camp. All right? With, obviously, his children. Right?
Okay.
Check this out.
Oh.
Jordan ain't shit, bro. Jordan is horrible. He's a horrible person. He sunk every shot and the kids didn't get Jordans. That is horrible.
If anybody ever thought he was going to miss, like, come on, guys.
He sank every shot. He could have threw one away on purpose just to,
Dude,
And
that's
this one,
mega millions that he would be doing to buy everybody's shoes.
I mean, just the camp, all the kids in the camp. He would have been
I
able to
know.
do it. What a
He
jerk.
could've. He
He
could have.
was a jerk for that. Man, I'll tell you,
Would
Jordan,
he
that was
be?
horrible.
Hey, let's put this on the other side. Would he be, or would he be putting a lot of Chinese people at work, a bunch of Chinese child labor, to be able to put those shoes out?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know.
It's Nike. Yeah, everybody knows what we're talking about.
What you're about to watch right now, I do this. If you don't believe me, you can ask Champagne. When a strange number calls her phone, I'm like, she'll normally block it. I'm like, no, let me answer. And I have the best time in the world. I got to start recording it. Yeah, watch this.
Don't speak. Now type down there
Amazon.com.
Ma'am, I'm spelling for you. Bankilodi, go back.
No cost, no kit, no catch, no kidding.
Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Cut this window. Go back. Over here, other technicians are laughing to you. I told you go back.
I can't go back. There's no back.
Cut this window.
It
Cut
doesn't
this
go
window.
back.
Cut it.
It doesn't go back.
Cut it.
I'm pressing the back button. Like that doesn't let me go back.
Open a new tab. Not the things that I'm telling. Just do that thing only. Again, you are doing.
You're just telling me to do the same.
You just type.
You keep telling me to scroll
Don't speak, ma'am. Don't speak. Just listen to me. I will cry now. I'm very fed up with you right now.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Bro, that's the best time ever. If you ever get the Indians that call the phone, oh my God, bro. I'm telling I have a field day. I would lead them on this whole thing, this whole little tangent, and just get them going. Sometimes I say pretty messed up stuff, though. And, it's probably hurtful and will get me banned on YouTube and Facebook if I told you the things that I would say when they call the phone. But it's so fun.
Oh, dude, I used to mess with them all the time. I've given up. I don't do it anymore. But it used to be all the time.
Yeah, pretty cool. So, yeah, you got anything else?
No, sir.
All right, guys, we're gonna jump up off here. I'll be back here in a little bit, most likely. Probably not covering the thing with Casey because I don't want to be bored.
No, I probably won't cover it tonight.
I'll do the highlights. Like I'll do I'll put some.
I'm going to
highlights
be
together.
listening to it live, but I probably won't be covering it tonight because I have no idea how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
And I still got to get my voice to where it comes back to normal. I keep losing my voice if I talk too much.
All right, and real quick, everybody, if you would like me to do some prank phone calls on some of your friends, see, I've been recording. I've been using this to make prank phone calls, right? And it's been going great. So I got footage that I'm gonna release. I'm gonna edit it, and yeah, I'll share it out. I'm gonna start sharing little reels and stuff of the prank phone calls that I've been doing to people. There's one guy I got. He's a big time Trump supporter. He's my mom's friend, right? So I called him and acted like I was campaigning for Kamala Harris and trying to get him to donate money. Oh, he got so pissed off, bro. And I was telling him like, so you're gonna support bro? He lost it. He lost it. So I got to share that when I got to finish editing it. But if you guys want me to prank call any of your people, all right, you give me a little backstory with the phone number, and then I'll do it. All right, I will. But I gotta tell them. Here's the catch. I gotta tell them that this person put me up to this. This is a prank phone call. All right, I want to start making that a thing. All right. So if you guys want me to do that, let me put my email up here for you so you all could email me, and I'll check those out. Let me see. That's just an example. Okay.
And Shannon, on your question, what's on tonight? Donald Trump will be doing an X Spaces at 8 p.m. Eastern. And so he will be doing that later. And we'll see how it all goes. Last one with Elon went for like ever. So we'll see if this one goes for that long.
There's my email. cashkelly2014@gmail.com. All right.
We need to set you up with another email.
Yeah, that's my one. That's my go-to. It takes forever, but I do check my emails. So yeah, if you want me to prank call somebody, you let me know. I will do it, and I'll air it. I want to get a couple of them together and just create little reels of the phone calls that I create, the prank phone calls that I do. It's fun. Or if you're on X, you could just inbox me. If you're on Facebook, you could just inbox me. But people on YouTube, you guys can use the Gmail. All right. I will catch you guys on the next one. I hope y'all have a good day. God bless y'all. I love all of y'all. And thank you for sharing this out. Everybody that did share it, thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody that did like this video, I appreciate you because I can't grow without you all. So thank you for the repost, all of that. All right. You all have a fantastic evening. I will be back on here in a little bit with another episode of America's Conspiracy Compass. Peace.